Okay. Just wanted to make sure. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Here we go. We are not going to watch the Snake Eater intro until we earn the Snake Eater intro, which means we are playing through the virtuous mission. Virtual mission? No, the virtuous mission. No, 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 no. Ooh, that's a 6 start. I like that. So cool. Okay, what do we load? That looks like to be... That's it. That's from the big boss rank. Here we go. Going out for this epic intro. After the end of World War II.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Oh yeah, baby.
Altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He's said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Man, that goes. It's a really strong opening
Jack, I've got some
coming
important
back from
news.
MGS2.
The head of the CIA has finally given us
Just
the
can't
green
wait to
light
see the
for
intro
virtuous
cutscene to
mission.
Death Stranding 2.
Virtual mission.
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed
No.
in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar
You'll
with
get
the
real
theory.
familiar with it. Real familiar.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
He's gonna take that and run with
Do you
it.
think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
It's crazy when I thought about getting the PS5 for the stream so I could do the Master Collection version of MGS3. I just want my actual pressure-sensitive controls, which the PS3 version still has, using the DualSense, the DualShock 3. But that 4K restoration
You're already in enemy
is
territory.
very
Somebody
noticeable
might
in the
be
Master
listening in.
Collection, and it looks
From here on out,
so
we'll be
fucking
using
good.
code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
This is ground
This will
control
be a
to
sneaking
Major
mission.
Tom.
You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words,
And I'm
weapons and equipment
floating
are
in the
procure on
most
site.
peculiar
That goes for food as well. You're
way.
completely naked,
And the
just as your
stars
name
look
implies.
very different
Now I see why you asked me if I
today.
like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the
Man,
gunship.
Delta is looking really
My
strong.
frequency is 140.85.
But let me tell you, as a Metal
I'll
Gear
give
fanatic,
you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to
that
me,
there is going to
use the send
be
function.
the finest of
Okay, Snake,
fine-tooth
go get your
combs
backpack.
ever going through that game. A remake of Snake Eater is just going to be picked apart at every... If there is a single flaw to be had, it will be found. If they do not incorporate every single waking... I know all the extra codecs are going to be there. I'm not worried about the radio calls, but things like... spinning around 11 times to puke, and thinking of, I'm sure the healing system's going to be very similar, that eventually your things heal on their own, that the more you, if you naturally heal, it actually makes your life bar larger. if they incorporate something like if you wear a croc cap in one of the sections where you're facing the end and you lay down in like one of the like small rivers, it will cut to the end scope and he'll look at you wearing the croc cap. He goes, just a croc. And you fool him thinking you're just a crocodile out in the jungle. But all the little hidden details, all the unique things you can do riddled throughout Metal Gear Solid 3, it needs to be in the game because it will be found. And if they include literally everything, if nothing is missed, then they are in for something. They really are going to get so much praise from the fans. Because then that shows it is a labor of love. And it's looking like, I'm not saying it hasn't been, it looks to be like it's going to be a giant labor of love. I think they are, that's why they've taken a good amount of time developing this, because they know how important this game is to the industry and its fans. That it needs to be given the proper care of one of the most masterful pieces of art ever created in the video game world. You know, throwing snakes at enemies to distract them.
To equip a weapon,
To include if you kill a guard and one of the vultures start eating the guard, and then you kill the vulture and then you eat the vulture, and when you're in the Sorrow boss fight, you'll see the body of the soldier going, "You ate me! You ate me!" because you ate the bird that had the remains of the soldier in its stomach. So, in a way, you ate the soldier too.
Backpack. Yep, that's right.
It's those kind of things that if those are found in the remake,
after you've been out in
we're
the
all
field
winning.
for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina
And
gets
if it
too
isn't
low,
as good
it'll
somehow,
affect your
which
performance.
it literally is the same
You won't be
game,
able to
I don't
shoot
know how it
accurately,
could
for
fail.
example,
You
and
can
your
always
wounds
go
will
and
heal
play
as
Metal Gear
smoothly.
Solid 3 on the plethora
Keep
of
an eye on your
platforms it's
stamina
on.
so you don't run out.
On 360,
To recover
on
lost stamina, you
PS3,
can hunt for local
on your
flora
Nintendo
and fauna.
3DS,
You
on
can use either
PC,
your
on your
tranquilizer
PS5,
gun or your
on
knife
your
to hunt.
PS4, on your
My
Xbox
only
Series
weapon
X,
is a Mark
on your
22
Nintendo
hush-puppy
Switch.
tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor.
Lots of ways to
However,
play
the suppressor
MGS3.
will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
Man, this music.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission.
There's people that think
You
her
didn't
voice
need me
acting, Lori
But
Allen's
there were
voice
still
acting
so
for the
many
boss is
things I
really
wanted you to
stiff, where I
teach
actually
me.
think she was
No,
directed to be like
I
this.
taught you everything you needed to know
She's
about
very
fighting
calculated.
techniques.
She
I taught
has
you all
to
I
pull
could.
back her emotions.
The rest you needed
until
to
you don't
learn
see
on
her
your
bare
own.
her emotions truly
Techniques, sure.
until the end of the game,
But
where
what
she
about how
cries
to
in
think
front
like
of
a
Snake and
soldier?
saying, "Thank you for letting
How
me
to
talk
think
about
like
myself."
A soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in
think she
spirit,
has to be
body,
playing
and technique.
to
And
keep
the only thing you can
everything
learn
at
from
arm's
someone
length.
else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're
She
the
can't
same
afford to be
thing.
emotional,
I can't
considering
teach you how to
the
think.
daunting, how
You'll just
daunting
have to
her
figure it
task
out
and their
for
mission
yourself.
is. She has
Listen
to
to me,
separate
Jack.
herself.
Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal
detach
feelings
herself
about
from
your
her
comrades
humanity.
is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC
They did so much research for MGS3. They went to real
CQC,
on-site jungle,
close
like
quarters
locations
combat,
and
huh?
biomes.
I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty
Recorded
rusty.
all these sounds we're hearing is
Not to
them
worry.
taking boom
I'll be
mics
here to help you
and
remember.
placing them
After
throughout,
all, this is your
just
first actual
out in the
survival
wild,
mission.
and
I'll
recording
be
the sounds of
supporting you over the
animals
radio.
and
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
from
The
day
boss
to
is
night.
communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Here we go. Welcome back. Let's go to our backpack. There's the Patriot. There be my stealth camouflage. We're gonna fuck with some enemies in this playthrough. We're not going for a rank, so who gives a shit? We're gonna take some pictures. Whoopsie. Let's go look at our camouflage. There's our infinity paint. Can't remember where all the downloadable ones are at. Oh, this is where. There's the downloadable ones. Yeah, there we go. These are all the downloadable content on PS2. Santa, Gay Snake, the best snake. What do I want to wear? We're just gonna rock this fucking sick ass sneaking suit. Now let's go rainbow. Infinite ammo. There we go. Snake is ready. La. Hey, cuties. You're not slick, guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, even though this still looks great, I just, man, the Master Collection does. That 4K, this thing is a beaut. I just didn't feel like switching my setup. Metal Gear Solid 3 was still readily available. So, this is the version of the game that I streamed for years.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
5.56ers and pineapples.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends
I'll
on how
sneak
well
through
you use your
without your mom
camouflage.
being seen. About that.
Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option...
This one's fine. We can skip the rest of that. It's not a big deal. Sexy.
Huh?
No, I hesitated. I deserve that. Oh, this controls so much better than the PS5 version. It's designed around the DualShock.
Huh?
No! I didn't mean to move as soon as I got up. I'm just trying some different... I don't want to just... I think this playthrough I want to not just trank everybody, because it is not that difficult when you can just fucking go around and just... I mean, I'm going to trank the people I need to trank, but at the same time, I don't want this to just be what I always do, which is still fun. I'm not knocking it. I just want to try some... I want to do a different method against the Ocelot unit.
Huh?
Oh, he still hears me. Okay, I need to do a slow walk then. Not a big deal. We're as cool as a cucumber, ladies and gentlemen. See, I never usually corner shoot that spot. I just want to make it a little bit more cinematic. That makes sense. I want to make it a little bit more... I always just usually trank everything. I'm going to... I'd say about do 75% of what I usually do. And then also we're going to fuck around with the stealth camouflage and have fun with that. But against the Ocelot unit, I definitely want to take a new approach. I usually just get underneath the bed when they're about to come into the door in which you start in, and then you can just toss a stun grenade, turn around, it will knock out like, 4+ guards, like almost 6 guards, and then you just trank the last 2, and I want to like throw a smoke grenade and maybe CQC all of them. I think that would be sick. But this, I'm going to always do what I always do because I love this. I'll never not love this. Maybe I can fucking hit this guy from all the way back here. That's a hell of a shot, though. But I could do it.
Come in.
What's going on? Respond. There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
Go. I want to see this in action. I want to see them all go away. Oh, they're all going to get hit by the bees. Watch this. I gotta go check on him. And here comes the bees. It's going to take them away. It's going to be glorious. Yes, even more guards than usual. That's amazing. Get him out of here. Get him out. That was awesome. That was sick. Got rid of the backup unit. You can make the Virtuous mission and the Tanker mission of MGS2 and then this of MGS3 and make them last nearly 3 hours apiece because of how much extra shit you can do in terms of optional codex and interacting with guards and all the level design. It can last seriously for so fucking long.
I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty.
I mean, I'm gonna be done with it super quick, but you can make this thing that I'm gonna be done in like 20 minutes with almost last 3 hours long.
I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive.
Okay.
He must not be exposed to any
If you're new to the stream, folks, if you're on the YouTube side in the vertical format, please hit that subscribe button right above my head. Double tap your screen to like the stream. And if you're on Twitch, which is horizontal,
No, it's just
go ahead and consider a follow. We got more Metal Gear coming your way. Who doesn't want more of that?
From me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Means he's a man of his word.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
By the way, your Russian is superb. I will trank this asshole. Didn't mean to do that last shot. Thunder down. What? Didn't you guys just get started? Is it a bad start?
What's wrong?
I have to get rid of you.
What's wrong?
Gotcha. Yeah, we don't even have to mess with him. Here we go. What is the score of that score of that game right now? They're off to a strong start. They're at home.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men?
See, it's one thing to be up 2-0
Never
going
get
back
it from
home,
me.
and then up 2-0 going
I'm a
to
CIA
someone
agent.
else's home.
I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
But it's only a 12-point game.
Yeah.
You guys are fine.
I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
I still think you're going to
Zero.
win. I think you're going to sweep. I really do. I think
I
you'll
have a
come back
message
this
from
game.
him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me
They
out
better
of here
have
before
all
we
the
arrive.
downloadable camos that were from the PS2 version.
Who's they?
They better have the,
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the
which
West
is
know
this is
him
one of
as
them being the
Thunderbolt.
rainbow camo, and Delta that better be there. Everything, there can't be one thing missing. I understand if
He's a
they're
member
not
of
going to
the Army's
do
extremist
the
faction,
dream
a man who
sequence.
seeks to seize
But
control of the
wow,
motherland.
what a remake it would be if somehow
Ever since
they're
the Cuban
allowed
Missile
to
Crisis 2 years
recreate
ago,
that.
Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite
But since that
resistance
was
and
a demo
criticism
for a
from
canceled
hawks in
video
the
game,
army
I don't
and
know.
the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Like my outfit, Sokolov. think it matches my eyes.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
That music.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
Noriko Bina's music went so hard here.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
What gave it away? I ain't your mommy.
GRU operatives? What is that stance? That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Lorraine with the police knots logo. What's up? Hello, hello.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
I think you guys will turn it around, Emily. I really think the Thunder will turn it around. You guys are too good of a team to get blown out.
Good.
NBA is a game of runs. Hey, remember with the Pacers? Pacers were getting their butts beat by the Knicks. Did I get a text from you? I did get a text from you. I did. The Pacers should give you hope. The Pacers should give everyone hope. Lorraine, how are you?
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I don't think I'm the man.
Run into a few
but
snags. These guys were after
I think I'm
Sokolov too. Apparently, they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
GRU
colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov.
You know who's the man?
Something between the KGB and GRU.
You're the man.
Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU?
What's up, TJ?
Snake, it sounds like this could be...
Everybody on the YouTube side right now.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Man, you're the man. I'm simply just a man that wants to play some Metal Gear with a I'm just fully go gay BB, gay big boss. We're going full rainbow spectrum. We're going full ally big boss. How's everybody's weekend going? Everybody happy about the 3-day weekend, some Memorial Day? Picking up Emily at the airport on Monday. My wife finally returns home and she needs to get on the streams. It's been forever since she streamed. I need her right here being the better part of the channel because you guys have had to look at this ugly mug for way too long. We need an Emily stream. You need a stream that's just Emily. Get me the fuck out of here. Eliminate me. I'm the problem. But how's everybody's weekend going?
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes.
And Kurtz, you weren't bothering me,
The
buddy.
best crew has
But I
to
got that
offer.
text. I saw it said.
They're
It
coming
looks like
for
you're
me.
testing to see if your phone's sending
I'm
anything.
finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading
See, the
behemoth,
boss and
a tank
Volgan are
capable
about to
of launching
target me
nuclear
because
IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from
they're going
that
to see
kind of
I
terrain.
support
Oh,
the gay
yes.
community and they're going to throw
And
me off a
without
bridge
support
for
from
it.
Friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2.
You have to stop playing
weapon's
RE4
true
remake.
form.
Leon's biceps are making you too
If it is completed
H-worded.
and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War.
Oh no, honey.
Yes.
What's the score?
And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
Damn,
had
they
no
are going
choice
hard.
but to cooperate.
39 to 15.
I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America. Quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Lorraine, I take it you're a fan of
Got it.
Police Knots?
Let's go.
Lorraine. Lorraine. The way Jonathan Ingram says it. Lorraine. People are just mad that the two best teams in the NBA right now are from, small town America. Oklahoma City is a metropolis, but, we're talking about the states of Indiana and Oklahoma. But people are hating even though the Pacers have been giving some of the most exciting playoff basketball that people have. They're literally on a historic run. Even if the Pacers make it to the finals and don't win it, they've had a historic playoff run. Who can be mad about witnessing history of these comebacks and this team with such resiliency? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys like good basketball. Oh no, a team that's not New York, LA, or fucking Miami, not making it to, Golden State, some East Coast or West Coast team. God forbid these middle of America
Good work.
teams make it somewhere far.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Police Knots is fantastic. I love it. I love that game. Do 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 do.
Hornets.
This is about to look crazy in the remake. Still stand by MGS3. Never needed one. This game still looks amazing. But, that remake is looking really sexy. Anybody see the new redone Snake Eater intro? Cynthia Harrell was brought back to even re-sing the song. It was good.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have books I need to read. I have a lineup of books I need to read.
We will fight with you once more.
I really want to read Dune. I need to get back. I'm gonna keep reading the Witcher book I started, and
It's time we go
because
to
I
the
need to
depths
get
of hell
accustomed back
itself.
to reading more before I tackle something like Moby Dick. I have to read one of the largest inspirations to the Phantom Pain that there is, which is Moby Dick. But that is a very
It's raining blood.
that's like a scholarly book. That's not an easy read.
Is he crying?
Very informational and very descriptive. Ventures away from like the main story to explain like the resource economy that had to do with like selling like whale blubber and its oils. What that mean, like what those resources, how they were essential to the world at that time. That adds context to the overall story of Moby Dick.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Oh, I'm a blurry boy.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
The way you hear his leather glove like squeeze hearing
What is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift.
It's
from my new
inferring towards
hosts.
something. He grips that
Coilless
unit
nuclear
hard.
warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras.
Wish I got Taco Bell instead.
He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Taco Bell is a wonderful
Think you can
land
pull the
of
trigger?
opportunity and taste. That shit shocked me when I first saw that. You just never seen
my
bones getting
face.
broken like that in Metal Gear Solid at that point.
We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
But where can I come? Where can I come? That elbow is real homophobic. I felt that. You got one last chance.
The new blood has been rejected.
Drift away.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Do you guys think the Shagohod's pretty cool? You know, when discussing the mechas of the series, I've never really seen anyone's favorite being Shagohod, but I thought it was a really cool
place is
precursor
within
to everything that metal, you know, what these mobilizations of WMDs. Something that could be a vessel for nuclear weapons. Oh, I'm blurry again. Yeah, their Saturday night, the Saturday night main event is happening for WWE. Ow. That part always gets me, of like his broken arm that he kind of forgets is broken. He rolls over and the, you know, the
Snake,
momentum
can
of
you
his
hear me?
body makes his left arm fall to the ground, and he's just like, oh, God, forgot that was broken.
Snake, listen to me. You need
I don't
emergency
know.
medical treatment.
It's
Can you
getting
move?
worse. I think we just need to tamper with the settings of
Got
like
to get
to
those
stop
wounds
doing
treated. Hang in there.
autofocus. Just I think it's somewhere in the settings.
All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay,
I mean, it's the same camera
just relax
that
and it'll all be over before you know it.
I know it's the same camera that Pudge has, and he never has this
Stay
problem.
with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button.
Oh, Emily, I had a.
If you select cure, you
When I
can
went
start the
to
treatment.
Mike's Mike's
Healing
Crew
is
car
divided
wash.
into treatment
I had
using
to.
medicine with the
I didn't
item
have
window
to, but I could
button,
tell it made.
and
They made
surgical
this
treatment using the weapon window button.
this woman
Your
that worked
injuries
there
include a fractured
was
left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your
being
upper
way
arms,
too
right
flirty, and
elbow,
I had to
abdomen.
say,
They need to be
like,
fixed
oh
using
yeah, this is my
surgical
wife's
treatment.
car. Oh no, my
Move the
wife
healing
has
cursor
to
with the
commute.
left
That's why
stick
there's
to the affected
bugs on the
part
front
of
of the
your
car.
body.
That's why it's pre-caked in
Once
bugs.
you've
Yeah,
selected
my
the
wife.
affected area, hold the
It
weapon
was.
window button and use the left stick to select the
I wanted
medical
to tell
item,
you about
and
it. It
then press
was
the enter button.
like, hey,
With this
hey,
method, you can
hey.
use items to help your recovery.
How many
process.
times I got to mention my wife before you back
Treat
off a
bone
little
fracture.
bit here?
First, secure the affected area with a fastener,
But
and
yes,
then
I'm
wrap it
lonely.
in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
I had to mention that.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Whoops. People getting wet at the car wash in more ways than one. Don't worry, she sent me like fucking a bunch of reels last night. It's okay to spam people with funny shit. Thanks for being here, everybody. I know right now you're not really happy with the game. That's not...
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get
Just
you
let the
now.
Pacers
Just stay
give you
where
hope.
You are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
I know that they're almost up 30 points, but... Think of it this way. Boston was up by 20 points against the Knicks twice in their series, and the Knicks came back every time. Anthony Edwards is going a little crazy. But he is a special player. The memes around the Pacers right now are so fucking funny. Of like what it's like to watch the Pacers in the playoffs. Someone will like, they'll be like, oh man, this game's over, and they look away. Oh, I got text on my phone. They come back and it's like, the Pacers are now just won the game. Be like, wait, they were just down by 30. Be like, oh man, it's like, God, what happens next? Oh my shoe. And he like goes to his shoe and he looks back up and says, Pacers have won an NBA championship. Just like you look away at all and they will just do the craziest shit and win every time. Oh, what'd you think, honey? Wasn't it pretty good? It gets better. You seen Kyle MacLachlan's in it?
A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
I did.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
He still hasn't beaten a Phantom Pain. Foolishness.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should.
Boo.
We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility.
Ness. I'm
I think it's
blurry
time I
again.
gave this marvelous
That's also
toy a
foolishness.
try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend. the
Is he
American.
even a Zoomer? I thought Zoomers were obsessed with Venom Snake. Because it was like the only Metal Gear they had ever played. It was the first one they either played Rising or Phantom Pain. No one hears a word they say. Has the memory gone? Are you feeling numb? Not a word. That's another thing. I feel like Zoomers look up a lot of spoilers and they just don't care. Or he got spoiled, but... Boom, 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 boom. The new intro's sick, honey. Wait to watch it until you get home. I still think I like the original more, but the new one is very cool. And Cynthia Harrell, 20 years later, does a great job, you know, redoing her own performance. But you can clearly see, like, you know, her voice is stronger here than she is in the redone version. But she still sounds good.
But you're so supreme. I give my life not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Fucking remix.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
It's funny. It's usually the Twitch side that's active and YouTube just stays dead on the vertical format, but you guys have made YouTube, you know, the talkative side tonight.
During the virtuous mission.
Hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm excited for my wife to be home.
Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance.
We need a show. We need another show.
If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing
That
squad.
Severance void, that hole that Severance has left in my heart that nothing else has been able to fill.
does it feel to be a
There's been
patient
other
in one
great
of the
stuff,
most
but
advanced
Severance was so
ICUs in
fucking
the world?
cool.
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
I've heard great things about Arcane. I know Kojima loves
An
Arcane.
accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a
He
statement.
oogled and ogled all over Twitter about it. He oogled and ogled all over.
Let's just say neither one of
All
us is going
over.
to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban.
I've had a Cuban. Cigars are fucking disgusting.
This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided.
I think they all taste bad.
No.
You can give me the world's best brand of
Something
cigars,
even bigger.
or just the most
Yesterday,
the
White House
world's
received
best
an
cigar. I'm gonna
unexpected
think is the most gross thing,
President
the grossest fucking thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head
Get
of
your
the
mind out of the
Soviet
gutter. We
That's
all
right.
put things in our mouth.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I must say, playing the
I
HD
should
collection
have
with
contacted
a
you
dual shock
myself.
controller, the controls
Did
are
you
so
know
much
that
better
one
on
of
this
our
than the Master
soldiers
Collection.
defected to your country a
Pressure
week ago?
sensitivity is missed.
No.
So you
Nothing
haven't
like
heard that.
playing MGS3 with a dual
The
shock
man
2 on
who
PS2
arranged the
or,
defection was a
dual
group
shock 3 on
colonel by the name
PS3.
of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Even though I hate the way the dual shock 3 feels in my hands, it's so light. Has no fucking weight to it.
Who is the soldier?
But you
Her
get used to
name
it.
is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World
The
War
DualShock
II,
2
she
is, like,
was the one who
perfect.
led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you.
Yeah, you guys are turning over the
afraid
ball
my
too
power
much.
over
You're
the
shooting less than
military has
30% from the
weakened
field.
systems. I will need some kind of
Clearly,
proof that this was
Minnesota is
not the
playing
action
some
of the
fucking
American
defense
government.
here.
You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence.
Yes,
I'm not giving up on you guys.
preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable.
And Colonel Volkin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volkin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal,
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
One of my favorite tracks in the entire series, Cross the Border. This is a hell of a musical track.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Those fucking horns are so good.
It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Part of me, you know, there's certain tracks I know where it's like definitely Noriko Hibino's work. Some of the cutscene music, I'm wondering just how much is Harry Gregson Williams. Why is Snake full spread like that?
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov.
Well, 31-point lead at half.
Shagohod,
That is
then destroy it.
not a good position
And
to
finally,
be in
eliminate the boss.
for OKC.
Eliminate the boss.
But
This mission will be codenamed
I thought you guys
Operation
would lose
Snake.
one game at
Because I'll be
Minnesota.
taking on the boss and our Cobra unit.
We've talked
right?
about that.
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
A
I'm
gentleman's
not a
sweep.
hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my code name. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
This is ground
Well, the truth is, when I
control
chose
to
my code
Major
name,
Tom.
I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true
I need
story
to
about
watch
prisoners who
that
escaped
movie
from
again.
a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again.
He
just to
said
make
the
sure.
word
In fact,
dick.
I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
And like I want to mention that this playthrough is just like Metal Gear
we
Solid 1
fail,
and 2
she'll have her
were,
medical
just
license
playing through
revoked.
the game,
More or less
not
the same
doing
kind of fate.
a crazy amount of
Her
Easter
frequency
eggs and
is the
extra
same as during the
extra
Virtuous
codecs. Because MGS3 has the most
145.73.
extra radio calling codecs in the
She'll be
entire
recording
the
your
whole
mission data
series.
as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also
And
the
a
same.
crazy amount of Easter eggs and interactivity. Just playing through the
140.96.
things that we gotta do to
And
progress
there's
the
one more
story.
person on your support team. His name is
It's very
Mr.
straightforward.
Seagate. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint.
If streaming was a full-time thing, if they
Adam,
paid
your
the bills,
KGB contact,
then
is
yeah,
waiting for you at the
would
abandoned
be
factory
milking
up ahead.
every
The
game
same
for what
factory
they're
Sokolov
worth.
was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How'll I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind
Cool.
and proceed with extreme
Glad to know,
caution.
thanks.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
He said the thing. We're just gonna have this out because what did we talk about? Yum. Okay. Give it. There we go. I'll take it.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
Hey, I have that gun too.
There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
If it was true, like mother, like son, she would be doing the same thing her son does when during this Guns of the Patriot scene, going. She would have done that as she was shooting the Patriot. It would have been perfect. A nice little touch.
Miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later, you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
We meet again. She doesn't kill us, so. Liar.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
No, regarding MGS3's development, there's a lot
Snake,
of
I know how you're feeling.
archived
It's hard for
interviews
me
I
to
found
believe,
that I
too.
want to have
Legendary
been
hero
translated
like the
that I
boss
want to
would go
read
to the
about,
Russians.
you know, development of
Double-cross us
MGS3
like this.
and what Kojima
That's
and
how
his
it is,
team
and if you don't accept it, you'll never be
had to
able
work
beat it.
around.
That's not the
Some I've read
problem.
before, but it's been
In
a while
terms of
since
sheer
I
technique,
have read
I'll
them and
never be
forget
able
about
to
them.
beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Don't worry, we'll just make them disappear by going back here. It's a cop-out, but I don't really give a shit. It's a nice cock, I'll give you that. Good night. Good night. Okay. Where's he gonna go? Yeah, take our time with it. Turn around, bud. Yeah. Real methodical, like.
Huh?
No! Oh, what? Oh, I don't believe it. God. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. You're a liar. Come on.
Speak. While falling, press the action button above branches.
Speak.
Under the rope bridge, flatten yourself against the cliff wall and proceed.
Speak.
Let me go. I'm gonna get you too, bud. Oh shit, here he comes. Move. Oh, he fell off the bridge. Oh shit. No, I should have rolled. Damn it. I didn't know he was turning around that quickly. Shit. Try and do it a little bit differently here. Come on. There he goes. There we go. Gonna get you, bud. Gonna get you. Gotcha. Show me the money. There we go. I'm excited to try a different method against the Ocelot unit. Very excited. Let's go grab what we can. Got full smoke grenades. Okay, so I need to get them out. Sick. Give me my thermals. I do want to look sick for the cutscene, though. Just because I love the sneaking suit so much. Here we go. I think I'm going to try and get the... oh, very nice. I should go for the Platinum and Helldivers, honestly. Ba-boom. Baba-booey.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me! Trapped.
Get down!
I am happy to know that after all these years, the worst kept secret ever about who Eva's voice actress was under the the pseudonym of Suzette Mignet is just Jodie Benson from The Little Mermaid.
There is your answer.
Who is Ariel? Oh, sorry, Ariel. What's up, Afghan? And good to see you, man. No, Hariko, you too good at that saxophone.
The name's Eva.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to
Thanks for
Adam?
lurking, Afghaning. Have fun in some Claire Obscure.
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this
Very
mission.
excited to play Expedition 33 in the future.
Yes.
I gotta buy that shit physically, though.
Because I can do things he can't.
Is it even being sold physically? Is it, or a digital-only game? I don't know. I haven't looked into that.
For the NSA.
Again, I'm trying to avoid
I was.
everything I can about
4
Claire
years ago,
Obscure.
I defected to the Soviet
I don't want to
Union.
be spoiled about anything.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
I
It
know.
packs quite a punch. Nice to have.
You know,
on
you
my
gotta
bike.
take the data on
Held
the
it sideways
and
used the
fucking
muscle jump
download
to
onto
create
your
a horizontal sweep.
PS5 still, but I still like having things physically.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized. Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, when we were talking about physical game releases, I know that today, unless you're getting collector's edition, getting physical releases, you know, it's not like it was during, you know, 5th and 6th gen and even 7th gen of getting, you know, really cool, you know, physical copies that came with really detailed manuals that had key artwork and promotional artwork for whatever publisher and gamer studio had coming later. You know, MGS2 has like a Silent Hill 2 ad on to the back of it. Astrobot, the reason why this game won Game of the Year, while it's like the most passionate corporate game like ever, because they, you know, since it's a Sony studio, they got to show love to Sony, but they didn't just show love to Sony, they showed love to everything that early PlayStation used to be. And there were so many great, and also third-party games that also had really good releases on PS1, but they weren't exclusive to Sony or anything PlayStation. This game is a giant celebration of the history of games, its influences, and bears its soul to its major influences of mainly Mario, Teen Asobi. I love the direct. I mean, he was so emotional during their accepting speech. You can just tell that's a guy who just fucking loves video games. And their physical release, when we got this day one, because we knew Astro's Playroom was so good that when this team got greenlit for a full game, we were buying that shit. And it did not disappoint, especially all the free DLC that's come out. It came with like old, not a manual. Well, actually, no, it's a manual / comic book fold out poster with a comic strip that tells you how to play the game. Like, just like some classic releases back in the day. Because, and then yeah, cool poster on the other side of it. Like, that's the kind of shit that, you know, I am really used to when I think of buying things physical. And this game was a reminder of why we always used to get games physically. And there was no such thing as digital releases yet. So people had to put effort into their physical releases. And I know we're going towards a digital future, and it keeps getting more evident every single year. But there's still a good amount of these games that, while you can pop it in, but you have to, all the data from the disc has to download onto your PS, whatever, you know, the console is. Some of them require online, but a lot of them, the data is on these discs, but they have to install onto your console from the disc. So there are still many games that are still coming out today in which you, if you have no internet connection, of all the internet, you know, just all internet around the world just ceased to exist. The grid went away, but you still have electricity. You can still play a lot of these physical games still. They just have to download onto your console. But it's not happening through the internet. It's just an installation process. I've tested this because I have disconnected my, you know, PS5 from the internet and put in a disc that was not installed and installed the game. But just what it won't get is the update patches, you know, just, you know, patch 101, you know, the fixes that they make. You are getting the base version of the game. So all the problems that the game may have will always be present if you never connect to the internet, but still install from the Blu-ray. I'm gonna take out the Ocelot unit, folks, and after that cutscene, gonna end the stream.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit. Let's get out of here. Hurry. Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand. We can use this to get to the basement.
That's not a basement. I want you to know that that is not a basement. I'm in those a lot. Those are called a crawl space, and they all suck. Even the ones that are good still suck.
Keep them busy.
All right, let's try a new method. I'm not going to do the stun grenade method underneath the bed. I'm going to smoke this first group. And I'm going to CQC all of them. No! Okay. Okay, so that was immediate. Let's see if I can get a better angle to which I'm not going to get seen immediately. Maybe I can... Yeah. I've never tried this before. Here they come. I can't. Oh. Nah, see. If I didn't get stunned there, that's a difference. It's going to be very difficult with... Nope.
Where's he at? What?
No! Okay, damn it. Alright, I'll just do my usual method. I just wanted to do something different. Alright. God damn it, that's boring though. Whatever. Whatever. Check on it. Oh, he's right there. Get rid of him that early is huge. Yeah, baby. Where are we at? Stay low. Oh yeah, I stick out like a sore thumb. My camo index is fucking garbage. All right. God damn it. I gotta do this every time.
Move!
He's gonna come over here soon.
Nothing here.
Yeah. Right there's where I want you, bud. Hell yeah. This is my usual method, and it's effective, but I do it every time I play this game. And that's a lot. Sometimes I need to look up other methods. I need to see like rewatch Apache Smash and go back and watch some of the VODs for Three Dog. Woo! My camo index is terrible, but I'm wearing it because it makes me quiet. Gotcha. I love the visuals of this part, though. Where are you? Damn it. Let's try that again. You are, bud. Where is he? Not seeing him.
No one here after all.
Damn, he's beelining it. What the fuck was that? Holy shit. I can't see any of them. Nobody. Not even the outside guys. Proceeding as planned. Oh, I'm playing like a horse's ass right now. I'm just getting reckless with it. Boo. Boo.
Move!
God damn it. Just get it done. Get better camo index. That was weird. That's my PS3 being whatever.
Nothing here.
No, not there. Makes him a lot tougher to get. Nah, see, God, I need him to be on the other side. Not worried about that. Just put that on. Fucking A. Ugh. God. Quit being an idiot.
Move!
Where's he hiding?
Go down. Go over there.
Nothing here. There's nothing here. Nothing here.
Just make sure we get this done. Come on, come check it out over here.
Nothing here.
Yes. Oh, I can deal with that. Hey, why is my controller behaving like this? Yes? I see you. Just 2 left, huh? Don't be sprinting. You're seeing things. Say it. There you go. That's right, you're seeing things. Stay down, baby. I'll take out the last. There we go. At least I've never done that before. How about that? That works for me. Okay. Camouflage we want for this. Let's go shirtless. And then this will be the end of the stream after this cutscene.
I've been waiting for this moment.
We're gonna play here in like 15 minutes, Kurtz, aren't we?
That's it.
That's the stance.
That's the stance. I don't think so. What? A female spy? This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! This isn't over yet.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me. Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
All right, let's save it there. And that is the stream.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
I love this. It's a good one, but... Okay, folks. Thank you for everybody coming out. Afghani, Kurtz, Emily, TJ, Lorraine on the YouTube side. Thank you again, everyone. More Metal Gear Solid 3 tomorrow. We'll be seeing you guys for the continuation. Now going to be heading to Grandin's Design Bureau. Go talk to Grandin. Take on the fear. All that good business. It's been a great time today finishing MGS2 earlier today, getting started with this classic. So tomorrow, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater continues. Until then, everyone, have a great night and have a great rest of your Saturday and happy weekend. Good night, everybody.